All right, we have Calvin Kattar back on the show. He took a trip to Fight Island, competed in a main event against Dan Ige, and he comes back to Massachusetts with a victory intact. Calvin, good to see you, man. Congratulations. How are you?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Doing good, bro. Doing good. Thanks. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. And I'm curious because you've been preaching the Patriots way for as long as I've been talking to you, Calvin. And even before you got into the UFC, you've been preaching the Patriots way for a long time. And even after the Patriots win, even when they win like 49-0, Bill Belichick goes up to the podium and is a very harsh grader when it comes to performances and what his team does. So I'm curious about how you graded your performance overall against Dan. How would you grade it?
I mean, I would say like a C+ to a B-. B-. Not bad. I mean, because you got the win, man. Anytime you can learn off a win, it's great. Just things that I could have done made it a lot easier on myself. Didn't really happen. But then again, there's good takeaways, bad takeaways. I was happy with the defense on the takedowns. And then, but busted up my hands a little bit kind of mid-fight and had to adjust a little bit with some elbows and knees later in the round. But would have liked a little more volume. But overall, like I said, got the job done.
Yeah, I mean, a win is the most important thing, and hindsight's a fickle beast. You can go back and watch the fight and be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. But what would you have done differently if you had the chance?
Well, just like you said, too, I mentioned, hey, just another maybe half inch or inch on that elbow against Jeremy Stevens out of the way. Maybe I don't break my nose. And then Rob's like, yeah, maybe you don't hit the chin. It's like, so you either go here or there with it. I'm happy I got the win against a tough kid who's on a 6-fight win streak, positive takeaways. And then anytime you get the win side money while learning a valuable lesson for the next one. And I still feel like my best fight, which is good. So, taking on this next caliber of guys in the top 5, I'll just need to perform at my best. And knowing that I've yet to do that is good, considering I'm getting the job done and catching wins.
Yeah, I thought you won 4 of the 5 rounds, and I know Dan is not the easiest guy to fight, as you got to kind of see for yourself. He's very game. He moves a lot. He seems to be almost annoying to compete in the cage with based on his style and based on your style. Was there anything that Dan did that surprised you at all or kept you on your toes throughout the fight that you didn't expect in the buildup?
I just wasn't expecting to kind of jack up my hands mid-fight, but he did a good job, man. I thought he mixed it up pretty well. Early, he did a good job, and then towards the end, I was kind of getting the range down pretty well. But his 2 to the body, 3 up top, caught me in the nose in the second round, which was kind of clean. And I knew we started the blood clock at that point, and I would have liked it to have been later in the fight. But since that point, I didn't really get tagged up there too much. And then, and like you said, we were able to get the job done pretty decisively. So take it.
How are the hands now?
Yeah, there are. It's kind of like the nose; they flare up every now and then. But aside from that, I feel great. Anytime I get the win, all the physical pain is over in the matter of time. It's just, a couple days, week, whatever. But that win lasts forever, man. It feels good.
So no breaks or anything like that?
No, thank you. I'm going to get checked tomorrow. But nothing that I felt in the past that would lead me to believe it's a break.
All right, that's good.
That's how I gauge it. I kind of gauge it how I've been like this before. It's been swelled up worse. And it wasn't broke then, so it can't be broke now.
Well, there you go. There's a positive.
Yeah, exactly. That's my professional opinion.
Dr. Calvin Kattar. I love it, man.
So I need to get rid of that suspension. I'm good now.
There you go. What did you make of the whole Fight Island experience? Like, I know, you and Rob and Tyson and your team, you guys took advantage of the racetrack and some of the cooler things on the island after you guys were quarantined. And that got, I know I talked to Rob Font while he was quarantined. He's like, oh, I can't wait to get out of here, man. What was that all like for you once you got to get out of the hotel room for a little bit?
It was a lot of just getting there, just traveling with about 150 people, staff, fighters, things like that. Anytime you travel with a group, it's kind of, a lot slower of a process. Doesn't matter if you're the first guy in the line, the last. We were kind of waiting for everybody in total anyway. So a lot of waiting, hurrying up to wait, which is similar to, fight week feels. But it was good, man. They did all the safety precautions that they could do. I think we got tested about 5 times. So as far as the safety, that was good. We got quarantined 48 hours. That sucked. But at the end of the day, safety was paramount there, and I think they did a lot better job than when they had their first event that I competed for May 9th in Jacksonville. So all those things considered, it was good. And then we were able to go F1 racing, like you mentioned, in the 2-mile radius, and then we hit a little bit of jet skis, which was nice, but tough to know the red zone's out there on the water. It's not too clear, you know?
Right.
we were hitting, we hit some, we caused some good trouble in the first 15, 20 minutes of that thing and then called it a day. Didn't want to get too exhausted. I knew I still had a fight coming up within the week.
It probably felt good getting that water to splash in your face a little bit, though, because I heard it's brutal out there.
Yeah, but even the water was hot, so you'd think it'd be more refreshing. But yeah, it was just kind of just getting on the jet ski, switching it up, and like you said, the journey's the destination. So you got to find points throughout the fight weeks when you can enjoy yourself a little bit. And then when we started the new week, which was fight week, that Sunday, Monday, we kind of dialed back, and then it was all fight week business stuff.
People kept talking about, and I know you were asked about it a lot, the pressure and the risk of taking a fight like that when you were ranked so much higher in the division. And, you know, I remember asking you about that, and you said you love the pressure, you love being a guy to help move this division along since some of the other top guys hadn't been fighting at all. Do you feel like you accomplished that mission, that you gave the rest of the division a little bit of a warning? You better get in there and fight, or I'm going to start leapfrogging you guys.
Well, that's the plan all along, is to just be active and let the results speak for themselves. So, I find out, right now I'm kind of one of the only guys out there, along with Dan, competing. And look, we got rewarded for that. We had a main event opportunity, and you got to take those risks, man, in order to taste that greatness, you know. And you got to fight guys at 6-fight win streaks in order to get a main position spot. So in order to have these big moment opportunities, you got to take some risks. And it was a calculated one on our end. We turned it up. Didn't really stop after the Jeremy Stevens fight, and parlayed that right into a big win against Ige. It was weird. It was the 15th back home and the 16th in Dubai. Abu Dhabi, I mean. You know what I mean? It was like I was living in the future out there.
I know your focus was on the fight and on Dan Ige, and I did ask you about this last time you were on to give your thoughts on Volkanovski versus Holloway, and you said you didn't care, you didn't even know if you're going to watch it, which let's be honest, I didn't really believe you, Calvin, but did you watch the fight? What did you think of it?
I did watch it, but I really don't give a shit about watching anybody's fight. Like, I'm trying to be more involved in watching and things, but especially if you're on a card, like, I'd never really focus. It'd just be like, shit, I got to get ready for my fight, and then you never really know who's on the card, except now they're pretty big fights and you're kind of a fan at that point. But, you know, all throughout my career, just you focus on a date, you have a date in mind, you don't really know anything else other than you and your opponent, and that's like the main focus. But as far you were saying with what on the back end, I'm sorry.
Oh, what did you think of the fight between Volkanovski and Holloway?
Yeah. So it's weird. I think that Max, you know, he controlled the cage the whole fight. I think if you judged it one round, you might have to give it a Max. He dropped him in the first and the second round, controlled the cage the entire fight, and that third round was real close. I have to rewatch it, but I think if you scored the fight as one big round, you might give it a Max. And the way it was, worked out, going Volkanovski, you got to give him credit, being down 2 rounds, the first 2 rounds, and coming back winning the next 3. No matter how close it was, that's championship medal right there, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how it is on your social media game. I don't see you being trashed a lot on social media, but I've never experienced anything like the reaction I got from saying simply that the fight wasn't a robbery, that Volkanovski winning wasn't a robbery.
I've seen worse. I'll say that. But, I mean, that's not really saying much either. If it's a broken system, maybe the long play is that they might work on the way they judge things or you know, just relook at it, because it's not perfect as it is at the moment. So it'd be nice if they revisit that a little bit instead of just talking everything post fight. I like if there's more transparency too, and leading into the fight every round they should just show the total or what they have. Like, why have it so secret until the last round? It just seems weird. Transparency is the thing nowadays, right?
I know our producer Casey, who is listening to this conversation right now, is probably clapping and dancing. He's a big proponent of open scoring.
Why not?
Seems like you are as well.
Yeah, why not? It's not going to hurt.
Oh, I agree. Maybe we can get that in Combat Zone once you guys get that up and running. Introduce open scoring.
You know what? That's a good idea. Just implement it, right? Be the change you want to see. I like that.
There you go. See?
I'd like to see a good idea. Yeah, maybe we could 100%. That's a good way of doing it.
There we go. The reason I really asked you about the last fight, and it's kind of crazy how things change so suddenly for you, Calvin, because now you kind of have to look at these fights a little bit closer because you're getting up there. So it was a big fight for your future as well, because you're knocking on that door right now. where does the win over Dan place you in this division overall? Like, are you there for Volkanovski now, or do you think you need another one, another two? Like, what do you think?
I think I can make it a bad day for him today, tomorrow, a couple months, whenever we step in there, man. I feel like I can level up to any opportunity presented to myself. But the longer they wait, the worse it's going to get, because I'm only getting better.
This is just one man's opinion, but actually there's a lot of people who agree with me. And let me just say, Calvin, if they offered you a title shot, it would be amazing. Yeah, but if they go in a different direction, I feel like the fight to make is you and Max. Like, I think it makes all the sense in the world. Like, who wouldn't want to see the potential striking battle that would ensue between the two of you guys? But I'm not the matchmaker. I know you're like a line him up, knock him down kind of a guy, but I feel like what's that?
They said be another me doing all these other contenders, right? I'd be doing them all another favor, fighting another guy that none of these guys want to fight. And I'm cool with everybody. I'll fight any one of these guys, man. It's funny how, put me with any one of them, and we're getting a good fight. But these guys all want to. Nobody want to fight Dan Ige, 6'5", which nobody want to fight Zabit. Stevens is a dangerous fight for a lot of guys, and some people aren't looking for. There's not a ton of upside with the risk on that one, but sign them all up, man. I don't care. Like I said, I wouldn't mind beating all these guys on the way to the belt. So this way, when I get the belt, they can't give me anybody new. They already fought them all. It doesn't matter to me. It's all the same shit. On the back end of everybody is that win side, that win money. And that's what I want in order to change my life and to do the things for the people that I want to do them for. So whoever's in the middle of me and that show money, that win money, sign them up. They're all getting the same treatment. I just want what's on the back end of a win over all these guys. And that's just, better lifestyle for me and everybody I do this shit for. So sign them up. Sign me all up. Anybody that makes the most sense, most money, let's do it.
Yeah, I think you and Max would be great. And I think you've also done the UFC a lot of favors along the way with the Zabit situation. The Stevens fight is a tough fight. The Ige fight, taking that fight. I mean, they rewarded you with a new contract and they give you a main event spot, but still.
Yeah, hey, I'll take it. I don't need nothing from nobody, man. Sign them up. I want no favors. I don't want nothing. Go ahead. Give me the fight that nobody wants. Give me more chips, man. I don't care. Whatever. Sign me up. Cool. It just shows that, mentality-wise, I feel like I'm different than some of these guys. I think they all want to talk about it, but I think a lot of them, when it comes down to it, that mentality, I think that, or else, I don't know, unless these guys are busy competing during the pandemic, but I don't see much of them doing anything right now other than talking about it,
Since this sport is a what have you done for me lately sport, true or false? You're the number one contender in this division right now.
That's what I'm saying. It is what it is. It's the what have you done for me lately? It's exactly how I see it. But if we're going by rankings and this and that and what's fair, I mean, I might as well be talking about the ruling system and the judging system all over. We want to talk about rankings now? Man, that's why I don't get lost in all this shit. It's like, I try not to even talk about it because it's all a bunch of bullshit, right? And what am I going to do? Get lost in the bullshit? Or am I just going to focus on the training? The only thing that pays dividends, worry about the next meal, get in the right sleep. Because when these guys get cold feet or pull out of the fight or do something, then someone's got to step in. And I'm that guy. I'm that guy that's, it is what it is. I'm always ready. And this shit's got to be like that. It's got to be a lifestyle. And that's what pays the biggest dividends, man. Always being ready to go. And, so my next opportunity is going to be just probably whatever opportunity presents itself next that makes the most sense. Maybe a tough time saying no.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic too, so that kind of makes things a little awkward and interesting in its own right.
But at the end of the day, man, what else is there to do, right?
That's true.
What else is there to do? I mean, we could. I'm not going to keep beating the dead horse, but, we could just be talking about it all day, or we can go out and just train and go out there and compete and earn our shit, earn our spots. And I feel like, I'm one of the only guys in the division doing that. But should the UFC want to go another way and reward someone who's just sitting back on their laurels, then that's on them. I'll run in all these guys eventually.
That's true. When do you think you'll be ready to come back? Like, you want to be active, and the way things are trending, another trip to Abu Dhabi could be in your future for your next fight too. But I know you just fought a week ago, but when are you sort of looking at the old calendar? Any certain month or date circled up for you right now?
Well, in the short term, I think I'm gonna be able to find out tomorrow with all the X-rays and things. check off that once that's all set tomorrow. I'd like to just be ready for something. Ideally, I'd like to jump in on a car with my teammate Rob Paul. I know he's coming back from being injured. That would be ideal if it was on my timetable, but if something pops up beforehand and we're ready to go, I'm always down for another, whatever we got to do, man. I don't know what this. I try to keep it minimum on here, man. Where's this going? Are we swearing? I don't know, man.
You can say whatever you want. You've already broken that rule a few times. You're good.
I forget.
This is the internet, man. We're good.
All right, because I'm down for another fucking opportunity too, man. Whatever presents itself.
Now that you're back home, I know you're going to get checked out tomorrow and see where that goes from here on the short term. But, what are you going to do? Like, Boston sports are coming back pretty soon. I heard you like to hit the golf courses from time to time. I know there's a lot of courses in the Boston area. Played 2 of them over the last 2 weekends. So what are these next couple of weeks going to be like for you back home?
I'm pissed I didn't get to hit the golf course in Abu Dhabi.
Too hot, man.
Yeah, but number one golf course in the Middle East. So I was like, right there. Anyway, back here, I'm looking to get a golf club in my hand as soon as I can hold one. Should be soon, probably another couple of days. But get on the links and stay in the gym. That's it. Stay in the gym and get on the links and be ready for another opportunity. Like I said, I can't do anything crazy physical, but there's always something we could do. And just trying to stay moving because we got a lot of good eating to do lined up around here. And I can't get that scale going the other way too far. I got to keep momentum.
You have goals as a fighter. And I will say this, one of my goals as somebody in the media, one of my ideas is to a golf and talk interview with a fighter so that
let's do it.
Play some golf and talk. Like I want to do that one of these days. So now I'm putting you on the spot.
We'll do a cartel interview on the link. So I have to set that up.
I'm writing it in the contract that Tyson has to wear his hat backwards or I'm not doing it.
Muffin hat.
He's gonna be so pissed.
We busted his balls, man, so much, me and Rob. Man, that's a riot. Whoever that was hysterical.
Yeah, that's just too funny. But congratulations, man. Great win, great performance. Big fights coming your way, it looks like, and looking forward to seeing what that is. Thank you. All the best to you, and enjoy time back in good old Massachusetts, man.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you soon.